welcome back to the Sneaky Link podcast. I am your host, Henny, finally back on the couch after a hiatus of at least, I would say, a month and a half. Yeah, almost 2 months.
Oh, damn.
I mean, the end of February, and it's April.
Holy
end of
shit.
April.
Yeah.
Because it was after All-Star.
Yeah, so glad to be back, guys.
Glad to have you back.
These are my beautiful co-hosts, Elaina and Janelle.
Hello.
Hi.
I'm introing for them. Before we hop into this, please make sure to subscribe to everything. YouTube, Sneaky League Pod. Yep. Instagram, Sneaky League Pod.
Apple Podcast.
Spotify. You're not following us on there.
Kidding.
Man, the OF girls making money, bro.
Man, aren't they?
Man, they making money. I can't even hate on them.
You know, it's really going to be true. It don't matter what type of economy we in, what type of whatever. People are going to be buying some you know what.
Man.
Like, people going to pay. Exactly.
Sex
Sex
always
sells.
sells.
Sex workers stay winning. That's all I'm gonna say. They stay winning. I'm not here to judge y'all. Good for y'all.
I never would, yeah.
Yep. I can't do it. You know, I don't got a job. I mean, I got a job, but I don't got a job. So like, we not gonna judge people who got a job. You feel me? So
Support your local strippers.
Shit,
yeah,
this is a job.
Sex workers.
support them. They need their coins too.
Wow, what a
we-
way to start.
Yeah. You know. Anyways, if you're not following us or subscribed on all those platforms already, what's your problem? Please do yourself a favor and get with it. I would appreciate that. We would appreciate that. Hello. This is Fritz. He's here. This is Coco. Yes, to have a seat. Please get comfortable. He loves sitting by me when I'm here. One thing he's gonna do is sit by me. That's one thing my guy's gonna do. Yeah,
Henny's just talking to herself over here.
She ain't talked to the mic in like two months.
I know. I don't even know what to do right now, y'all. It feels so weird doing this. Like,
Oh, this is great.
it is hot. I'm hot.
It's not. It's fine in here.
Girl.
No, Lala.
Oh,
Lala
she's
is still not
traumatized.
over. She's like, you bitches had it so hot in the house.
Oh man, I'm telling you, it just depends. It depends on our body types.
I'm
man.
never hot in here.
Janelle likes
really
a
just
warm
me.
climate.
Yes,
I for sure
I
do.
love a warm climate, but not when I'm on the couch.
I still think I'm in Portland because I'm like fully
Bundled
clothed. I
up.
got, you know, and I got a coat here and shit. The Portland weather compared to LA weather, wow, what an adjustment. But it's finally starting to get nice.
Okay. I have seen you posting being outside.
Yeah, it's getting nice. We went to the park the other day.
Oh, okay.
I'm definitely taking you guys there when you guys come and visit. Beautiful park.
When we hit the Sneaky Leak tour.
Yes.
First stop Portland.
First stop,
Whole-
Portland. Nike, send the check. Send my girls
Yeah.
to campus.
Brands
Show
fly
us a
out.
good time.
I'm trying to get flued out.
We are on that Nike dime. Okay.
But let's get into it, Henny. Start us off. What do you got on today? What are you wearing?
Well, I got on Portland clothes.
I got on Portland clothes.
Tomorrow I'm gonna wear something different because it's hot. I just have on some leggings, y'all, and a long sleeve. Got on some nines. Got on the little socks.
Nines.
The little socks I put on my story for y'all because y'all kept blowing me up about these damn
Oh,
socks.
these are the socks?
These are the socks. They're Nike socks.
Are they elite
Oh, cute.
socks?
They have like the little logo on there.
They're not elite socks, are they?
Huh?
Are they elite socks?
No, I don't think they're elite socks. Babe!
What a time, man.
Babe, are these elite socks? Are these elite socks? They're everyday. Okay.
We are 5 minutes
Okay,
into this.
okay.
Yeah, they're everyday cushion
crazy.
socks. Yeah, and I had this little nice Haley Hansen jacket to match, but it's way too hot for that shit.
This girl
so
has on layers.
yeah,
It's
so like,
75 and
it be
springtime.
cold in Portland, y'all. It be so cold. I don't know. I
Act
don't
like
know.
you lived here before.
I know. I gotta.
you've been somewhere.
Tomorrow I'll act accordingly. I'll have on something more like free flowing. It won't be so
Free
like
flowing.
because I'm hot. Like
I'm hot and I have short. You know what it is though? I had my oven on. I was baking, so it's hot as hell in this house.
Yeah, it's hot, y'all. But we gonna get it right tomorrow. What you got on, E?
I have on Union 4's Desert Moss. What the color is this? Yeah, something moss. Some whatever socks I found in Tokyo, I think. Some Nike biker shorts, little basic black biker shorts, and what is this brand?
Not junk food.
Yeah, junk
Is
food.
it junk food?
It is.
Okay.
But they did in 2020 when Lakers won that champion during COVID, they did a Mickey championship shirt. So
Cute.
All right.
I have like a Mickey Steelers one.
oh, I've
That's
seen you post that one. Cute.
So I have on the undefeated Nike Lunar Air Force ones. Gotta love these. My pants are from Zara, and my shirt is 100. And my homegirl Liz did a collab. I also realized
the mental health.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember that.
I did realize that I have worn this shirt before.
Was it when Key was with us?
No, it was actually when Skate was on the pod.
Oh.
I wasn't
Okay.
here.
And I was like, why do I feel like I've worn this short before? And I was already walking out of the house, and I was like, okay, well, if Elaina can wear her needles flannel like
500
almost
times?
every other episode,
Shit.
I can wear the same
I
t-shirt.
almost pulled it out today.
I've worn these nines before on here.
Listen,
We
when
can
I don't
repeat
know what
shit.
to wear, my trusty needles flannel is never gonna fail me.
Like, I just have so many freaking t-shirts, and I'm like, I know I could just throw something else on. But I
how
was like,
I
well, I
feel,
already
too.
walked out the
I'm wearing a
house,
t-shirt tomorrow.
so this is what we're doing today. Okay, everyone pick a bomb.
Ooh,
are you
okay.
feeling
So I'm fucking it. Okay, let's read them off.
Oh, yeah.
So top one says, same. How do you feel today? Same. Haterish is funny. Creeped out. Tired. Hot. Stoked. Bum. Stressed. Bugged out. Bad. Confused. In love. Anxious over it. Confidant. Dead inside is crazy. Scheming. Exhausted. Positive. Dominant.
I feel
Honestly,
hot.
Yeah, I'm a little exhausted. I'm not gonna lie.
How do I feel today? The bad one was always my favorite. I like
It's
the way
cute,
they do
yeah.
that. But how I'm feeling today?
Yeah, this is Henny right now.
I'm hot.
Honestly, I think it might be same. I'm like, I'm neutral right now.
I'm exhausted.
okay.
I woke up. I ran 4 miles. I went to Stretch Lab. I had Pilates last night. I did sprints yesterday. I drank all weekend. Your girl is tired.
She need a
Oh
nap.
my god.
So my body is just tired. But, training for the Nike half, y'all.
Yeah, she is.
Fucking go.
Yeah. Oh, that was you. I don't know why I started talking like
Oh,
I
I
forgot
don't have
finished.
anything
Yeah.
else going on with myself right now.
Okay,
Yeah, no, I'm
so let's do ketchup. And Henny, I feel like you should ketchup and mustard first.
Girl, I don't. To be honest, y'all, I don't really got much to tell.
No, we
y'all.
do have something to talk about because we had a live last week and Henny displayed her glasses to the
yeah,
world for the first time.
my God.
For the first time, we're like, oh my God, Henny can see.
I
She
did.
was supposed to be reading the TV. We were off live, but 120 seconds and
It's done.
Henny's glasses fell off the fucking balcony.
Oh my god! Did you end up finding it? Was it on someone else's balcony?
Got her glasses off.
They haven't. They
my
haven't got our
God.
email back. We emailed the apartment people to hit them up. We haven't heard anything yet.
I would've been knocking at doors.
No, yeah, me too.
I'm like, hey, did you see any glasses on your balcony?
I'm just
check
gonna
your
have to
balcony real
Warby
quick?
Parker it up and just send in my prescription and and chuck it up. You know what I'm saying?
Damn.
So,
Henny, like-
Damn.
so
You know what though? I'm gonna make you feel better. Listen, I wore glasses my whole life, right? And when I was a kid, and like I was blind, like Henny, like, but like I physically, like I could not
Oh,
do
shit.
anything without my glasses. Like, I couldn't see. Like, I mistaked a fucking cat for a dog one time. I was so blind. Like, swear to God. Okay, so I have LASIK now for everybody. But when I was a kid, I had to wear my glasses. And we used to go on road trips a lot. And, like, my aunt lived in Oklahoma. So we used to road trip from, like, California to Oklahoma as a family. And one time, I was probably, like, 9 or 10. And I was a dorky-ass little kid, okay? And I had, like, my glasses on. And I, like, stuck my head out the window to look back when we were leaving. Why did my glasses fly off my face?
Oh my God.
The whole ride home, it's like 2.5 day drive. Fucking blind.
Oh my God.
My brother will never forget it. He said I came back in the car and looked at him and had no glasses on my face. So you know what? It's okay.
It's okay. No, we play as fuck up too, man. Like, yeah, them things. I heard him hit the ground. And then I was like, maybe they just felt like on the ground, like, you know, like the ground, like my feet are on. I look around, they are gone. I was like,
and then she said SK gave her a lecture.
He did. Like, we went downstairs to like go look for them, and he like has his new glasses on while he's looking for them. He's like, I can't believe this. Like, you haven't even had them 48 hours. Like, this nigga is sounding like somebody's goddamn granddaddy. I was like, I bought your glasses. Shut up. Like, I don't want to hear this. Like, I get it. I fucked up. Yeah. Like, I get it.
Oh, you know what? Actually, so Henny, I was looking, and I'm gonna buy them for you. I'm gonna mail it to you. He been on 10 all fucking week, and it's been on my nerves. But I'm gonna get you like some really cute chains. Like,
thank you.
So if they fall off, they just land. Land.
That sounds responsible.
I'm gonna get you a cute one.
That sounds responsible.
It'll be kind of flashy.
At this age, that's what I need.
Accessorize.
Because, girl, I don't know, man.
I thought about it. I was looking it up on Amazon that day. I was like, I gotta get Henny a strap for her.
Strap for the glasses.
Girl, I'm trying out here. I was trying to just get my life together while I've been gone, getting glasses and shit, getting therapy and shit. Like, you know, I'm trying to better myself. And then
that's good. How's therapy?
Interesting. Learning. I missed an appointment yesterday. That was
you were traveling?
Yep, I thought it was today. And then but we gonna get back on that. But that's cool. So yeah, just, you know, trying to become a better version of me.
Well, we love that. We encourage that. Mm-hmm. It's springtime. It's time for growth, blooming, all that.
You know, that's it though. Ain't nothing going on except, you know, Portland is getting better. Oh, I have a Safeway story. I could tell y'all about Safeway.
Give us a dangerous way.
Dangerous way. So the other day I went to Dangerous Way, and I have 2 Dangerous Way stories because y'all haven't been around. So the funnier one, I had on, you know, the hat I always wear, the furry hat. Mm-hmm. So I put that hat on all the time when I don't want to, like, you know, like do my makeup or something. I'm just like running somewhere real quick. Yeah. We walking into the Safeway, me and Brenton. This light-skinned boy, beige brother, he was working. And as soon as, mind you, he's not even trying to hide it. Like, he's saying this like out loud. We walk in and he's like, who wears Jamiroquai hats in 2025? Like, dead ass to my face. And I'm, mind you, this nigga looks like Lil Dicky. He looked like biracial Lil Dicky. So I'm like, really, Little Dicky? Are you going to do this right now? Like, you going to come for me? I just walked in the store. You don't even know me. Like, why are you coming for me? He was like, I just don't get it. Like, I don't know why you have that on. Like, it's 2025 and that's Jamiroquai. And he just like went on about his business. And I was like,
clearly you're from Portland, sir.
Yeah. I was like, what the fuck? And then
he was working there?
He was working there.
Yeah, he has no room to talk.
So then I come back like a couple days later to fill in for like get my prescription. Mm-hmm. He cut off.
A pharmacy too?
There's a pharmacy, yes. Oh, wow. They do not need a pharmacy in there. They do not need a pharmacy in there, by the way, because no. Anyways, I'm walking in. He looks different. He done cut his hair. He has like he don't look like Lil Dicky no more.
Because you called him Lil Dicky.
Yeah.
I was like, I need to go cut my hair.
Mm-hmm. And then he was like, hey, he was being nice this time. He was like, I was the one that called you Jamiroquai. And I was like, hi. Like, what do you want? Like, the fuck? Like, what is this? Like, what are we, friends? Like, no. Get away from me. Just that. This Safeway trips, Dangerous Way trips, and it's finally the rain's letting up. Yeah, we're gonna make some shit shake this summer. Hopefully, we can get these 2 up there.
Some ass.
Yeah,
that's what we're trying to shake.
Yeah, yeah. I think you guys. No, there's some really cute areas I want to take y'all to that I think you're both really going to enjoy.
Yeah, it better be sunny.
So,
the way you were talking about it. No, I'm not
trying
to be cold out there.
Apparently,
I want to lay out.
Everybody like talks about how like the summers are always worth living in Portland because like the summers are so good.
So we need to pick a day in the summer.
Yeah.
Like July-ish.
I would say July would be perfect.
Probably like June, August. I got a busy July.
Oh, okay.
Like 2 different conventions.
You do.
Okay. Well, we could do June or August.
End of June.
That's also one of my conventions.
Oh,
so
dang, okay.
maybe the weekend after that. Or
Yeah,
something.
like beginning of July. Well, the end of June, the weekend after.
Wait. I can't do the beginning of July or the end of July. So
Mid-July.
either
Mid-July, yeah, mid-July.
Okay, we got.
we were, yeah.
But yeah, I do want you guys to come up there because I think you guys are gonna enjoy yourself for real. And I'll have a whole like thing that we'll do because I know y'all niggas like to do shit. So we gonna have fun. We're gonna eat good. We're gonna go really cute places. Yeah,
Ready to shop out there.
But I went to Clink this last Friday.
Oh, you know what?
Got fucking
They
trashed.
were at Coachella.
Clink did a
I meant to send it
Coachella.
to you
Yeah, they
guys.
did. I knew they were good. I knew they were out there. Who gets trashed at the fucking wine party?
Me.
Like me and Leah. Like girl, no. Me and Leah were a goddamn mess. I had the worst hangover of my entire life on Saturday. I was supposed to run 6 miles in the morning. Did not make it. I had a.
Were y'all
headache,
drinking
so-
alcohol before?
No. And I told myself didn't want to drink no alcohol, like liquor, because we were running.
The
I was
natty
like,
ain't supposed to do that.
bro, we drank 3 bottles of wine.
Oh my god!
And then somebody offered us a shot, and I was like, no. And Leah was like, come on, let's do it.
Oh no!
I ended up taking that nasty ass shot.
That's
of tequila,
what it did.
And then we went and got wings at Louder's, and we got a bottle of soju and split the soju.
No wonder you were fucked up.
Jesus.
So I was hurt. I was down
Louder's.
bad.
Y'all supposed to be
on Saturday.
training for a fucking half marathon.
I want some Louder's.
Fucking beer-a-thon or something. Like,
seriously.
no, that's literally like that. It was at this moment I knew I fucked up. Like,
Babe, we should go get Louder's.
Oh my god!
That's amazing.
fucking Henny yelling. Louder's is fire. I killed that.
I've never
whole-
had that.
Oh,
It's
the wings are
so good. So good. You do yourself a favor. You gonna fuck with
And
them
the fries.
wings.
Yeah, those honey butter wings. Ooh,
Ooh, really good.
Butter.
honey butter, Louder's, K-Town, 6th Street.
Get that little cheese plate or whatever it is, bagolki or whatever that shit is. That shit good as hell too.
Magoli is not cheese.
The fucking the plate, what they set on fire.
What they do, bulgogi?
It's like a cheese, and it's like the cheese.
bulgogi is meat.
Well, it's the meat and the cheese with. So
Oh,
it's
I
the
didn't know
bulgogi,
that.
and it has the cheese on it. And it's
Did you get
fucking
it last time?
when not
We were kind of drunk.
not with me and Britton got it because it's
Oh, okay.
yeah because it's like an expensive
Yeah.
like yeah
it's for like
yeah
2 or something.
yeah. Well, honestly, we all could eat on it and have
Okay.
leftovers because it's like it's big. I think it's like $50 just to get like that,
Okay.
but it's so good, very worth it.
But yeah, Clink was cool as fuck. Like I got there early and I wasn't sure how, it was on Friday night. I didn't know how poppin' it would be just because it was Coachella weekend too. Mm-hmm. So, some people were still out of town. Mm-hmm. But by like 10, 11 o'clock, that shit was packed out. You know how it goes.
Mm-hmm.
So it was a good time.
Damn, I wish I could go to Clink.
I know they just had it. Just missed it. It was a good one though.
fuck with Clink.
And then just Easter Sunday with the family. Nothing too crazy.
Oh yeah, Easter was this weekend.
Yeah.
It was 422.
Hell yeah, it was.
I didn't get a chance to. Well, me and my family got together Saturday to celebrate my uncle's 5-year passing anniversary.
Oh, okay.
So we kind of combined that with a little Easter.
Were y'all at the cemetery?
No, we were at a park.
Okay, I was
Yeah.
like, because I looked at it and I was like, this feels very sad to a degree, but this is
Sorry, I didn't mean to
not like me, you know I don't mean that in no disrespectful way.
It's just the way they're enjoying family Easter.
But see, here's the thing: I didn't know that y'all were gathered because of him. Because when I
Oh,
saw
yeah,
it,
yeah.
I was like, "This looks like they're at a cemetery."
Probably was the grass.
It was-
We have done that though, gathered at the cemetery.
Okay, yeah, there's nothing wrong with doing that.
Yeah, but no,
They
this one
wanna
was
see
at
you
around. It was at El Dorado Park in Long Beach.
Oh, okay,
Really nice. Yeah.
okay.
What else did I do? Oh.
Do you want wait?
Yeah, no, I was gonna say happy birthday to Francis because his birthday just
Oh,
passed.
happy birthday.
It was his birthday.
And he went skydiving. crazy.
I seen that, and then he put the fucking Wicked
Defying Gravity.
I don't know your friend like super well. I just know him like in passing when you're with him, but like I really like him. Like he has like
seems like he has good energy.
He has like really cute energy.
Friend.
He's like seems like the sweetest, and you know he be locking in them brand deals. You go, Francis. Like,
every time I have something coming up that I've like gotten emailed about, like sometimes I'll run it through him if I'm kind of like skeptical on like how much like their budget is and what I can ask for and like, you know, like negotiating and stuff because he's really good at it too. So.
I know he got in with fucking Pop Mart and shit.
Oh yeah, I saw that.
I seen they sent him the whole Demu collection.
I saw that as well. I have no idea what. Still don't.
I'm
really
obsessed with Demu. I'm more into Demu than I am Labubu.
I was weak when he said P-Rod was fine in the comments. I was like, dog, what the hell? It was fucking funny.
I don't know if we talked about this, but there is a release date coming out.
It's in May.
It is in May.
Yeah, I think he said that though when he was here, but I don't think he said the actual date.
I've heard the actual date. I don't want to announce it because he hasn't, so I don't want to. I know he.
I mean, is it in the blogs?
No,
he told us.
Okay,
he told us like month-wise, but like I like asked him like what's the official date. So like he did say like
okay,
and I know like he posted on his story. I think they were shooting like promo because he was like showing the shoe and like taking photos.
Okay. So we have to send him our sizes. Cool.
Yeah, and definitely I think there might be doing something for the release. But last time I had spoke with him, he said there was nothing finalized. So
hopefully there is, and we can pop into it.
Yeah, that would be fun.
But I also did go to Nike's Room 72 house that they have right now. I don't know if you know the whole like story behind Room 72.
I don't.
Have you gone to any other experience before?
So I did Room 72 in 2018 when Travis was releasing I think it was the first time that he did the Air Forces, or the second time. It was the canvas ones. It's the ones that everyone was dying. Yeah. And this was during the launch of Astro World, so they had like the big head there. You remember how he was promoting with those? Yeah. So like I walked in, we walked through like that head, and then like it was like all the cool people there, like probably like Corey and Mateo. And I remember Travis Scott was just like playing basketball because it was like at this. It was like a house actually.
Yeah, that's what the.
I was trying.
And he was just like casually playing basketball, and then like we walked in and we like were able to like pull our size for free. But like that's the only thing I've ever done that was like associated with Room 72.
Yeah, this is the second thing that I've gone to that's Room 72, and the first time it was. Some like running stuff. Coincidentally, it was actually the first time I met Jarek. He was my point of contact for that. And it was like in Ladera or like Clover City, I think.
I feel like that's where I went to.
It was like in the cut. It wasn't at a house though. It was like at a facility.
Okay.
There was like a 100-meter thing there and like some other stuff.
Fritz.
Yeah, but this one had to do with like there was a lot of seating for like the festivals and stuff that's been going on, and so like Nike had one.
I'm surprised they didn't do like a house like in Coachella like that.
They need to.
I'm surprised too. I mean, yeah, I am really surprised. Honestly, no one really like none of the big brands activated there at all
Adidas
this year.
Really didn't do anything too crazy.
But this thing was like it was only a seating thing, and I also got to see they said that it was mainly like looking at their new like summer collection and stuff. So I did get to see some like new products of like apparel and of shoes. So
I like the vintage thing they did.
Oh yeah, that was really nice. We got to pull some from stuff from like their archives that they had there.
Yeah.
So I got these like biker shorts that are really nice.
I seen someone else get this really nice like red vintage Nike jacket from that archive. It was really nice. She was working out in it though. I was like,
So I guess they had it like I think they had it for both weekends, like before you went to weekend 1 and before you went to weekend 2. So I didn't get in before I went to weekend 1, but I got in like weekend 2.
Well, I know like
so I know like there was like stuff that like sold out or whatever.
Like I seen Corey had went and then Leah went and they went that like 2 separate days and they did like a workout there in the morning on that grass.
Like, I know what I've seen that.
So that was something else like slightly different, but it was still like associated.
The same house, and I think it was still like
I think
they got to do the same
Coachella
thing.
associated.
Yeah, like
you know what though? Like speaking on that though, like I'm surprised that they wouldn't do like a Room 72 or something down in Coachella. And Nike being such an athletic brand, like I don't know why there isn't more like well wellness things at Coachella, like prior to the event in the morning, whether it's yoga, a run. And I know
sense.
it's hot as hell to do
sense.
a really run. And I know a lot of people probably don't want to run in the desert, but do something like that at a house, do the collective, do a quick
I think that
workout
makes
in the
sense.
morning.
Remember, like,
I think
the
that makes
dancing
sense.
that they
No,
did
yeah,
last year?
I've known brands have done that. Like Poosh, Kourtney Kardashian had something down there because one of my homegirls was working the wellness event and they did something in the morning for Poosh at a house. But I'm really surprised, like Nike, such a major athletic brand that promotes all this health and wellness, doesn't do something like that.
You can definitely tie it into festival seasons.
100%.
Exactly. So
It's
like,
very
I
on
think
brand.
that's something like, you know, people would want to like wake up and do or something in the morning, you know?
Yeah.
So
Then go get trash.
I mean, it's something like, you know, I think it's really cool when Disneyland does the half marathons and they do like yoga at like 6 a.m.
I
yoga
should
in
know
the
about
park.
that. Yeah.
Like, I was like,
no,
oh.
it makes sense. It's very on brand to do
It
something
really
like that.
is.
Start your
Especially
day
'cause-
off like positive.
Exactly.
Like,
They had
and
those
stuff.
like compression leg thingies.
I want
there,
the-
too. I don't.
Yeah, the normatic,
really-
like hyperized
yeah,
leg.
yeah.
I want those so bad. They're like $799 or something.
God.
So I'm trying to run 13 miles this weekend so I
crazy.
can get 15% off through the Nike.
There we go.
To buy one?
Yes, I need them. My
That's
legs
hilarious.
hurt.
Who's seeing them out?
Right?
Yeah.
True.
You're right.
Nike seeding them out to
So,
everybody.
They
but
had
me.
they had them. They
need
had
'em.
those there, and then they had their new hyper boots.
Yes, and that's specifically
And
with
those-
Nike. Because
yeah,
I don't
yeah.
think those other machines, like
Oh,
I
no,
think
I don't
it's
think
just
they are.
like
It's
the
just
brand.
brands, yeah.
And I think this is like actually
An actual a Nike shoe.
Yeah.
But they're marketing it more towards like athletes.
Yeah, it's a
and-
recovery boot. It's not
there
like
you go.
a
Yeah,
walk
recovery boot.
around.
Yeah, it's definitely not a walk around. You can, and I did.
Yeah.
But
like,
I
see-
was able to try them on, but the size was huge. though.
Yeah, it looked big
But
on you.
did look big.
they like compressed to my foot, so like it didn't. I mean, they look big, obviously, but like they
Yeah.
didn't feel like they were huge on me either.
Sorry, guys, I have to get a napkin.
Oh, go ahead. Oh,
I hate when that happens.
yeah, especially when it's thick.
Girl, I hate it.
So they were kind of cool. I mean, they're not obviously for me. Like one, there's $900. They're retailing at
A lot.
$900.
Yeah.
They're not. They're not for the everyday person. They're definitely more
Yeah.
for athletes, which is understandable. But the features on them are really cool. You know, along with those, I did see the pink foam Air Max 95s. I
So
saw
good.
the
So cute.
reverse neon.
Oh, they're so
Green
good in fucking person.
95.
want 'em,
Oh,
we
God,
They're
I want
so
them
good.
so
I
bad.
love me that neon 95, the OG. I love that colorway. But that reverse, like the neon on
reverse
that
is
pops so good.
nice. And it's different materials.
It is different
too,
material. Like
yeah.
it's more of like a shaggy.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
forgot what it's called, but like a distressed
I
type
like
of.
asked for those, but I ended up getting the regular neons, and I was like,
Yeah.
and then I also had to get them in like a half size up too. So like they're also not the ones that I asked for or the size that I need.
They
But
released
it was fine.
at MoMA. They sold out
they
at
sold
MoMA.
out
They
instantly.
sold out,
Yeah.
We
And
talked
I
I
about
think
them
he
a
was
little
actually
bit.
there when it happened. Down there in New York when it was.
Do they have it?
Oh,
I'm
I also
trying
got
to
a
look
pair
at
of
the price.
the Pegasus premiums. Oh,
So
Yeah.
comfortable.
Super bouncy. I want to get a pair to
So
run in.
comfortable.
so
I want the black pair. I have
nice.
that like white gray pair, but I need that black pair
The black
now.
pair was also there. I didn't. Yeah, obviously, I wasn't gonna get that.
The
but
black pair is nice.
I
That black with the
really-
red.
Yes.
Yeah.
I think
Yeah, Leah got those. And she's been running in them. See, I really like these.
me
yeah,
too.
they're going for crazy, aren't they?
A pretty
Not too
good
much.
size 6 is $317 on stock. 4.5, 5 is like $500 to $600.
Girl.
A 7 is $280. That's not horrible. I kind of like.
Fucking
I like these a
Matt
lot.
sent me these and was like, "These are the Harry Coochie 95s."
Oh
I was
my
like,
God.
"Matt,
He sent me those
get out of
too.
here! Get out of here!"
He
Matt.
sent me that too.
There's also some new Bodhies coming out.
oh yeah,
I saw that. I saw that. Yeah.
What else was there? The apron
The
records.
The 180s.
Yeah, those were there in like the men's size.
Mm-hmm.
What else was there? Was like some cute Cortezes too that I saw that I
Okay.
almost got as well.
Very LA.
Yeah, that's all I remember like really seeing. Then I picked out some apparel that we got as well.
yeah, I saw the
yeah.
little
Really
cute
nice.
skirt.
Yeah,
that
the
was
skirts
cute.
are really cute. And yeah, the whole experience is cool. It was catered by John and Vinny's.
I seen that.
Yeah, they
good
like
shit,
to
good
use
shit.
John and Vinny's a lot. Actually,
I mean, it's a big LA. I mean,
Yeah.
it's a cool guy.
I've been to a few
restaurant.
sell-ins where
Nice.
you know what I mean. I'd be like,
Shit, Delta got John and Vinny's on the flights now. Okay, I had a meatball on my way to Japan.
Wait a minute, they got it on Delta.
I had meatball. It was in first class, but I had a meatball on my way to Japan.
Nice. Okay.
I don't mind if I do.
I'll get that check, John and Vinny. I know that's right.
I know. I was like, when I was picking out my course for my Delta flight, I was like, excuse me?
Oof. I know that's right. Come on, John. They're coming up.
I'm through.
Anyone pick up anything?
But yeah, speaking of all the 95s, I got blessed with an invoice for the pink foam 95s.
Oh, that's
Can't wait for
right.
those to come in.
Love that.
Love it.
Expeditiously. I wanted to wear them on this week, but I don't know if they're coming in before.
Oh, yeah, I need those.
I know.
I'm going to get them. I'm going to get them.
I like them.
I've been obsessed with those. And you know what? I took the fucking screenshot when Kim posted those in 2022. Okay. I've been obsessed with those since she posted those like again. So
Yeah.
I love. Ended up getting blessed with the Big Bubble 95s, the neons. So they're getting sent to me as well.
Perfect.
I think that's all though so far. I don't know if I've gotten anything else.
So I got the 95s.
Okay.
I really want to trade them in for the reverses though, if I
Yeah.
can. And then I got the Pegasus. I hit on the rookie lows on sneakers, and honestly, April has been amazing on sneakers for me.
It really has.
It's crazy. Like
Maybe if I wake up and I enter, I might get lucky.
I
It might just work.
Girl, I'm so mad I slept in on those Udos. I'll get them. But
and then my SB4s. My navies came in. Yeah, from the shock drop last week.
Yeah, I could have had them,
that's
but
it.
it was just, I didn't want to spend that.
I know. That shit was almost $250. I was like, are you fucking kidding me?
I've been really into buying old shit lately, so like I just like,
But also, I think I seen somebody post that. Are they going under retail on stock?
yeah, I did
seen
see that.
someone
I
post
see
that, and I was
that. I
like,
seen
ain't no
that.
fucking
I
way.
seen that. Yeah, I
Oh,
seen
wait, right
that.
there.
Oh shit, it is.
Bro.
I'm
Under
good.
fucking retail. Like most of these are
Actually, my
it'll
size
probably
is the
hit.
same, yeah.
It'll probably hit around retail though, if not just over.
No,
but like,
it is.
But like,
except for the size 4, everything is over retail.
but like to be
with
realistic,
shipping,
like
it was like $250.
It's always
exactly.
like that,
Yeah,
though,
like,
with my
no,
size.
what you're taking an L by selling the shoe for under
Oh,
retail.
yeah, for under retail, yeah.
That's what's crazy.
It's insane.
That's actually like I feel bad for the resellers.
I was about to say I'm not mad that they're selling for this low because the greens were like so fucking expensive.
I'm really curious though, like why do you guys think this one? I mean, I know the green color is better, but it's like why is it because there's other really good shoes coming out right now at the
I think
same
there's
time?
more.
People would rather spend their money on.
I personally think there's more units of this one too compared
agree.
to the
I
green
think
one.
I agree. That
Yeah,
too.
I think there's
Someone
more
else
units. And I think it's a lot more accessible also than it was. Because mind you, when we were in All-Star, they released these.
Yeah.
Then they did
Early.
like they're going to stores, and then also the shock drop.
Yeah,
and
that's
then
true.
like
But what's crazy though is when they were dropping around town, remember not a lot of places had small sizes.
not at all.
yeah, you
So
were saying,
like
yeah.
pawn shop in multiple places, like they were like, we got 2, 3 size 6s, like
Yeah.
a few 7s. Like
Yeah.
there were not a lot of small sizes around. So I'm kind of like
But
shocked.
also like and you've said beforehand, like the stores aren't buying small sizes either.
Sometimes
though,
they don't
too.
because
Yeah.
they think a lot, and it's actually true. Like I hate to say it, but like a lot of the smaller sizes, which is so funny though, because it's so stupid. So like
Yeah.
you'll go on like, for instance, a secondary market like this
Yeah.
where you see the size 4
Yeah.
going for over retail, but then you can maybe, if you're lucky, if you're like a smaller foot girl, you might go look at a store and see that it's there for retail, right?
Yeah.
But I just think it's so crazy on secondary markets how they'll mark up like
The small
smaller sizes
sizes.
a lot of the time. But for a lot of retail spaces, they have a hard time moving that stuff.
Yeah.
That's so
That's
crazy.
So it's really funny when you really think about it. But then if it's something that's hype, it's done though. So
Oh,
like,
yeah,
because
yeah,
if something
yeah,
sells
yeah.
out and then it's on the secondary market in like
over.
a 7 and below, y'all already know because y'all deal with this too. Price be crazy on something that's like, you know, whatever. But yeah, I've heard, you know, with it's just harder to move smaller sizes now because I guess people just aren't trying to pay that retail because shit is expensive, you know, shit.
that part.
You know, and then the tariffs aren't going to help any of this shit either. So, you know, niggas is broke and it's hard. You have to be very particular about what you want to buy because then you'll look at something like the Metallic 5 that's reselling still for crazy right now.
Oh, is it?
You know what I'm saying? So it picks and chooses like what's going to pop off. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Because there was a lot of units of the Metallic 5 too.
Yeah.
And
it's in like
moved
the
well.
300s. Yeah, it's
Yeah,
like 300.
that's pretty good for
Yeah.
like something that just
for
came out.
something
Yeah.
like- yeah.
For a remastered.
Yeah. So, you know, it depends on what it is.
But I think too, like we don't get a lot of 5s.
We don't.
Like we don't.
Yeah,
And I think
true.
we felt like, I'm not gonna say it's been oversaturated with 4s, but 4s have been having a moment.
It has.
We've had a lot of 4s come out in
True.
the last like few years alone. So I think like, especially with something like the metallic 5, like we haven't really gotten too many 5s.
And also this is like real rooted in retro. Like, granted, I know this is a reimagined, but it still looks pretty.
Still looks so good.
Pretty
Like you guys got
retro.
it downstairs.
Yeah. So like but see, this is where, once again, we talk about this all the time. Y'all miss the fucking point with not staying rooted in retro, because if you stay rooted in retro with certain moments, at least, you're gonna always like see a return.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And since this is one of those moments where we're seeing like a retro do like something and like continue to not only sell out but also like do well in the secondary market, that means something.
Yeah.
So like, why aren't you like keeping that DNA like somewhere?
Yeah.
Even like when I think about Nike basketball, like there's so much shit. Like when I posted those Bacons, bro, so many people were going fucking crazy for the Bacons. Like, why don't y'all bring that shit back? Like, I understand, like, certain shit works certain ways with, like, it costs money to, like, get those, like, molds made and, like, all that shit.
Marketing
but it's like,
behind it.
You know
like,
what
how do
I mean?
How do you retell the
But
bacon?
yeah,
now?
I think it's just like trying to find that sweet spot of like not overdoing it and not
Right.
oversaturating the market, and also keeping it kind of like cool a little bit, and like, you know, enough people have it but not too many people, and that like sweet spot is really hard to hit.
It is.
Especially as
It
of
is.
lately. I forgot what post was it? Because I commented on, it might be in my comments. Hold on. And I had like said something. Oh, it was on this. Like, I think Welty, because there's certain sneakers that have like with the 95s and like certain things that have been selling out because they're limiting them with like the bread ones. And I was just like, you know, people, when everything's sitting, people were complaining it's like too much stuff. I said now things are starting to be a little bit more exclusive. People are complaining again. Like people are just like never going to be happy. But I think it's just really that sweet spot. And like a bunch of people respond to talking about like the shit that they be dropping is the shit we don't want.
Yeah.
But it's like,
What you've said
realistically,
before.
look at what started all this. The SB4, the Navy, is a great shoe. It had a lot of hype when we seen the pictures
the
over a year
mock-ups,
ago, the mock-ups after the green one dropped. And like, not saying these are sitting because they did sell out, but the aftermarket, like you said, the aftermarket has meaning.
I'll do you one better, though. So, for instance, that big bubble with that 95. That should have been a shoe that they let rock. I'm sorry. They should have there should have been so many more units of that because it would have sold out.
It's coming at the end of the year.
Especially during Air Max Day.
But that's annoying.
Yeah, no, that's very annoying because y'all already know that shit would have did.
And I mean, look, they just announced today with the bread, the 85 bread that they're bringing it out at the end of the year.
Which
so
is
they
dumb as
created
fuck.
all this hype so people want this shoe. I can't get my hand on the shoe. And now it's like, don't worry about it. It's coming next year. And I think by then people are going to be like, oh, there's too many
X
units.
and Y and Z coming out.
Yeah, and there's other stuff coming out.
Yeah.
The price point is already high, $250.
The retail has risen.
And this
Like,
is before tariffs, too.
Right.
Tariffs,
Retail
girl.
has clearly risen. But no, because like think about it. The last time the 95s came out, I think it was like 2020 or 2021. I can't remember.
The Neon 95?
The Neon
it was like 2020, 2021.
Yeah.
And then it was like 2018 before that.
Now, and mind you, they sold out. I was
did.
there. I was
They
selling
did.
them. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, if you see that it's working.
But at the same time, during 2020, 2021, everything was selling out.
Well,
It was
true.
COVID.
Yeah, true.
And so in
People had money.
2018, because when I got my pair, I don't remember, like, they did make, like, because I think they hadn't come out in a while when they did come out in 2018, and they did sell out, but I don't remember it being like how everyone was talking about this big bubble, like, oh my God, the 95.
Right.
But I also know it's like we're in the anniversary, the 30th anniversary. They're hyping up all the 95s this year, so.
I still...
It's just certain things that like have like real Nike DNA that we like grew up on. I just don't understand like why you wouldn't let like the masses like rock with that, because the thing is like the younger generation needs to see that to continue it, if that makes any sense.
I mean, when we think about them bringing back the infrared 90 time and time again, and they just let it rock, and it's a great shoe, and the people that appreciate it grab it, like it could have been something like that.
I agree.
Because like that shoe, I feel like it may not sell out right away, but you don't see it sitting.
Right.
It may sit for a minute,
but not long.
But not long.
Yeah, not long. Yeah.
But that infrared 90 is such a classic. It's always gonna, you know, and they bring it back in so many different ways, so many different times, and I buy it every single time.
I'm telling y'all, when y'all stick true to that DNA, people fuck with it, man. Like they gonna show up.
Yeah.
Every single time, and they do it for their kids too. Like, okay, y'all got me all sizes. Let me like get one for my girl, get one for my baby, get one for whatever. You know what I'm saying?
Are they doing any of these 95s in smaller sizes? Like,
I have no clue.
I don't think so.
Because I would have loved to get my little niece like a pair of the pink ones.
Oh, like that shit would go crazy. Like, why aren't y'all? But you know what? A lot of these like smaller stores though, like the neighborhood stores, they do not like buying into like small sizes because once again, they don't. Even though like. I guess it depends on the store, because I can see somebody like an Undefeated still doing it well, like online or whatever.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? Because y'all got so many doors, and then it's all about just Googling at the end of the day. Like if somebody's like, oh, I want my baby to have this shoe, and then you pop up and it's on this website, like why would you not buy it? But like, I think there's like a sweet spot with that shit, kind of like what you're saying. Like,
I agree.
You have to understand the consumer that wants to buy that shoe. And sometimes I just don't feel like the merchants, because that's their job, by the way, of where they're gonna like channel that shit through. I don't think they understand like who the demographic is buying this shit. I'm so sorry. Like, it's just how I feel.
Yeah, I don't feel like the younger sneakerhead crowd, the younger people are technically like Air Max 95 privy or like any other kind of
definitely not there. Not
yeah.
No. Because they're growing up in a different time in sneakers. Like we didn't like this whole dad shoe thing was looked down upon. It was
absolutely.
It was laughed at, you know, like
100%.
So, but like that's their shit right now, you know, and so it's just different times. That's what I'm saying. Like you're talking about bringing about the Bacons. It's like how do you tell that story now? Like there's tons of stuff that we would love to come back, but how are you going to tell it now? Yeah, you know, obviously we would be ones that would want to buy it, but you know, it's not much. We don't know
if it's going to translate.
It's so hard because
to the youth. No, I get what you're saying.
Yeah, it's just how are you going to tell that story now? You know,
but sometimes, you know, I feel like you always have your people who create hype, and that's when the youth like catches on. So like, you know, and I know that used to be Travis Scott, for instance. Like I don't know who that looks like right at this moment, but like when we used to see, I mean, like for instance, Travis when he was like showing all those dunks back in the day, you know, like 5, 6 years ago. Like you know what I'm saying. But I will say this, so like in different like regions. So for instance, like Cortez over in London, they're going hard with that 95.
And I was gonna say, you know I feel like that trainer, that 95 is very UK.
But guess who all their consumers are? Fucking kids. Yeah. So like over there, they're on that shit. The kids are like, oh, I want that. But like, you know what I mean?
Also, let's think of this about lifestyle wise. When we think about certain shoes in regions, and I'm not sure about like UK streets, I'm assuming they might be doing a little bit more walking than we're doing in LA.
Oh, 100%. 100%.
So like, I think if it was like maybe New York, and I think with New York with the same thing with like certain trainers and like more of a comfy aesthetic because they're doing a lot of fucking walking. In LA, we're not.
Like, you know what's so funny? He was telling me, because like, you know, when they were like there for market travel or whatever, he said like in New York right now, the energy is very like everybody's wearing Jordans. And it feels like it's 2012 again. Like everyone's dressing like 2012. Like that's the vibes.
I need to go back to New York.
But here's the thing. I think he's right, because there's like a couple of different rappers I'm listening to right now that are like based out of Chicago and one out of New York too. And they're going like their whole aesthetic is like the Tumblr aesthetic. You get what I'm saying?
God. So probably weren't around during Tumblr.
But listen, so
we look stupid as hell in those pictures.
So it's like the kids are speeding up. So like when we were younger, we were like into like, you know, the 90s and 80s type of aesthetic, and they're into Y2K. I think they've sped up and now they're into like the early 2010s.
Like, you know what Khan told me one time? He's like, you used to look like you was like you looked like Kid Ink back in the day. I was like, fuck you, Khan. Fuck you, Khan. I was like, you know what? Kid Ink was crazy. And I was like, you know what? Fuck you. Because I can't even argue with you right now. I feel like that era was
the tattoos, the piercings, the hair.
It was a little bit much.
Khan, you look like a streetwear nail tech. Shut the fuck up. Don't do that. Don't do that. Because don't be coming for my friends. Don't be coming for my friends.
When he told me that, I laughed so hard, but I was so offended.
Don't do that. We love a little banter on this podcast. But no, he said that's the vibes. Also, like the trainers too, like Air Maxes and stuff. It's like definitely still a thing. But like walking into those resale stores and stuff like that, like all Jordans.
Yeah.
They're on Jordans.
What resale
heavy.
stores are in New York right
so
now?
The bigger
Right
one
Club.
is District 1.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
a huge one. We actually follow it from the pod page because I've been paying attention to like what's going on.
No idea.
That was like, that's one of the bigger ones. Like that's in Soho. So like, that's like in that area. Now, as far as when you start to get to different boroughs, like I don't know, like I'm not really aware of like what's happening in those boroughs, but I know Soho is a big place for shopping because you got Supreme.
Oh yeah.
You
I
got,
love Soho.
you know, I think like DSM is over there, like all of that. So, I mean, then you got like, there's a lot of neighborhood doors up there too. You got Concepts. And then you have Extra Butter.
I love Extra Butter.
You have a lot of different shit. But when he told me that, it started to make sense. I'm like, these kids are speeding up. Where like we used to be kind of like
Going back.
We vintage is considered to be 20 years, right?
Yeah.
It's
That doesn't
20
sound
years.
long at all, too.
It's not. So
They're
now
old, I guess.
they're like, fuck that. Fuck whatever rules you have. We're gonna speed up to here.
Yeah,
So-
I feel like the vintage vibes, like people considering stuff from like 2010 being vintage is
Vintage,
crazy because in my head I'm like,
That
90s
just
is
happened.
vintage. Like,
Yeah.
it's hard for me to even consider like a 2000s vintage
Right.
piece, even though like
Right.
it technically is now. Freaking crazy.
And I feel like shit always hits New York first before it gets here because, you know, first of all, it's closer to Europe. You know what I'm saying? When you think
True.
about that. So you have a lot of different immigrants coming in from there.
I feel like New York fashion definitely hits different. I feel like New Yorkers, because of their weather too, that they can wear a lot more different pieces,
Different things.
different
Layers.
ways,
Definitely.
layer up differently.
Definitely.
You get that ALD vibe a lot more out in New York compared to LA. So I could see that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, they definitely can play with more things than we get to play with, if that makes any sense.
Yeah.
So it just feels like it's more of a fashion forward city because they have more of a reason to like get dressed, if that makes any sense.
I was thinking about this the other day. Like, I feel like if I went anywhere else, people can probably tell I'm from California because all I would want to do is wear leggings.
Oh, I
Yeah.
think like not even that. Dude, like I know people say like we have an accent, but like have you actually like looked into like what the California accent is?
Oh, no.
No.
It's so crazy. Like I seen some stuff on TikTok and they were like talking
a bunch
about
of like.
it's not even like, and I know I say that a lot. I can't stand it,
definitely
but it's stuff with our L's. Like we don't pronounce like whole words. Like we cut off words like really short. Like we say like towel instead of like towel.
Okay.
Like it's like they said like the way we shorten words and like don't like fully say things or like certain T's. I'm like, oh my God, they're like Californians have like an accent, but they were like, it's you from there, you can't hear it.
You can't at all.
We don't
Yeah.
have like a twang accent, but like we have like different ways we say words. So I was like,
Well, you know the movie Sinners is like going up right now.
oh, I
right?
need to see it.
So,
Oh, have you seen it?
no, I have not.
Oh my God, are you gonna
I'm waiting
see
till the shake is back.
Okay.
Even though,
Okay.
Anyways, but everyone has been talking about Ryan Coogler's accent and how like they didn't realize how much of a thick like California accent he has. But he's from the Bay, so he has a really thick
different.
Oakland.
It's different.
accent.
So Oakland to LA is completely different. It's complete, yeah.
But people were categorizing it as a California accent, and it kind of still is, but it's like obviously regional. You know?
Yeah, it's very
It's just
regional.
the Bay
Yes.
Area, Oakland,
Yes.
like
That's
accent, and like,
funny.
but like when I listen to him talk, I'm like, it just sounds like a thick California. It sounds like thick California.
I
accent,
will
you know?
say this
I was
though,
like,
there is
he's
a
talking
huge
like an LA nigga,
right. That's what I was gonna say.
He talks like
So
an
there's
LA
a
nigga.
huge difference between like the black LA accent
absolutely.
compared
yeah,
to
yeah.
everyone else because I would say like black people from LA, like, and I'm talking LA, like they like accentuate their R, so they be like player or like you a buster or like some shit like that. You know what I'm saying?
I can see that.
They
yeah.
they do a lot of like not hard R's. That sounds fucked up. But like they really play into certain words. Like I would say like who's that? J305. He has a very like LA accent.
Well, so does Dom though. Actually,
Dom, to an extent, Dom does. Dom is chill, so he doesn't really. He's not extra.
I think,
but
but
like
you can hear the difference in like the Bay and LA accents. If you compare
yeah.
Dom and Larry.
Yes. That's a good example. But yeah, with black people, it's so different. Like, cause they really like tune into certain slang here, if that makes any sense, and they say it a certain way.
Yeah.
So like you'll be like, okay, this makes sense.
Have you seen that video of that? There was a guy in like downtown, and he was asking another guy, a Hispanic guy actually, of like different slang words, like California or like hood slang words, whatever. And oh God, I gotta find it again. But like it's a Hispanic dude, but he is talking like a nigga. but like it's still also like rooted in like, you know, where you're from, you know, regardless if you're Hispanic or black, there's still like a black and brown like culture.
There's an essence from being from here that's gonna just carry. Yeah, I get what you're saying. I gotta
find it again. But it was going up because it was kind of like he knew exactly, or like, I mean, I knew exactly what the fuck he was talking about because I'm from here, but I feel like it was like a different language, like for other people to get that.
What was he saying?
He was like asking, the interviewer was asking the Hispanic dude, like, what is like what does like being a weirdo mean, or like what is what does a buster mean, or like what is like foo, or like bro, or something like that. It was just like little
asking like the definitions. I know what you're talking about. This type of content.
I'm pretty sure it'll circulate on my.
Let me tell you
Twitter
though, because you just like ignited something. So like, me being raised in Kentucky, when we would say weird, we would just be like, "You're like, like she's a weirdo, like she's a punk rock or some shit, or like she's
weirdo.
Weird
Is like offensive. You're a weirdo, my God.
Weird in LA, you might get ready to fight because that's fighting words here.
Oh yeah, no, yeah.
And with the way I was raised, I never ever encountered that until I came here.
You called someone a weirdo?
No, I didn't. But I was acknowledging and seeing something happening, and I was like, wait a minute. So like, I thought being weird is like kind of low key being different. Like, you know what I'm saying? No, out here
where it's like they're a little weird, but
but when
you're a weirdo or a weird ass bitch.
But if you say you weird
ass nigga,
get ready to fight. Also,
because that's like your whole demeanor, your character. You a fucking, it's your
character.
whole character.
LA.
Like, you weird as fuck, my guy.
LA got different words though. When I heard the term doo-doo mama and doo-doo daddy, I lost my goddamn mind. I said, who the fuck made this shit up? Doo-doo mama and doo-doo daddy is crazy. Doo-doo mama and doo-doo daddy is crazy.
I feel like it came from like the dancing scene, or like like music. Yeah. You know, that's really what it came. I don't want to say the jerking scene because I don't think it was intertwined with that.
I don't think it was definitely.
But it was in the mix of like music.
There was
and
so
like,
much weird shit at that time.
Girl, don't get called no doo-doo mama or doo-doo daddy. That's an insult. It's an insult.
That's worse than being called ghetto.
Niggas from LA that be from the west side, if they call you Eastie and you from the east side,
I've never heard that.
You never heard Eastie?
No. I'll ask to show
you. You've never heard Eastie? That is disrespect. So like, Michelle loved to say Eastie. One day we were in the store and she was like, I can't stand so and so.
Where's she from?
She from West LA.
Yeah.
She from West LA.
I like that because East LA is all the Hispanics. And like, what you trying to say about East LA?
No, Eastie meaning Compton. So like, so like, if you from like Compton or like somewhere like in that area, a lot of niggas get called Eastie for some reason. So like, I noticed being around a lot of my black friends, they would always diss niggas from the east side by saying they Eastie, and Eastie basically mean like you tacky.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I've never heard that. Yeah.
Oh, I've heard that so much. I was like, why are y'all keep saying Eastie? What is this?
Funny. That must be that centralized.
Yeah.
Yes. It's a huge word.
But Deshae grew up in Gardena, and that's more. More west.
He definitely knows what Eastie is. If you ask Deshae what Eastie is, he gonna be like,
can you confirm it?
Yes, they're gonna be like,
yeah. He's from Gardena as well. Yeah.
Drea probably gonna say something in the chat. Shit.
Did I ever tell you that like Deshae's name is like in the like park or the gym that like is by Skate's house?
Oh really?
From like when he played basketball and stuff out there. Yeah.
Shit. Okay.
Fucking crazy.
Like the park?
Yeah.
Recreate? Like whatever?
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
He has like a banner up there or something. That's what Deshae was telling me. Yeah. I didn't see it myself, but
y'all, we didn't even get into sneaker news, should we?
I mean,
what's worth talking about?
We don't have
to get into all of this. We could save this because we got multiple shit this week. But,
yeah.
We should talk about this first thing because Henny clocked this, and this is low key fucking funny. With the Nigel reps.
Yeah. So like, I don't even know how
you just sent us like a random video of like some
I have like, where did she pop up?
So
it explored.
It randomly popped up.
Henny's feed in general is
it's a strange place.
It is a strange
It's a strange place.
I built this algorithm brick by brick.
Shorted.
This episode's called Brick by Brick.
Brick by brick.
I built this algorithm brick Bye, Brick, and I'm proud of it.
So weird,
Henny said it is the most craziest thing. And the shit you be posting to Henny, I be like dying on the daily at your
what
post.
side of Instagram are you on?
The fact that she has like a Shamar post to correlate with every mood is crazy.
Yeah, I have the Shamar archive is deep. Like it is so
okay,
deep.
but talk about the
But anyways, I don't know. I feel like it was on my timeline randomly, and I was like, "Who is this light skinned lady?" Mind you, I didn't even notice it was her at first. Mind you, Robbie, our friend, I guess we can call him a friend of the pod now. Robbie hit me up and was like, "Yo, is that old girl from TV?" And I said, "I don't watch TV like that. What do you mean from TV?" And then he sent me some pictures. He was like, "As old girl from Family Matters," and I was like, "Yo, that's crazy," because Harriet rolled out the actual real shoe with Nigel, and then this lady is rolling out the fake shoe with the Asians. So like,
in all fairness, I forgot her real name. So sorry, but
I really don't know her name
played
either.
Harriet Winslow in Family Matters portrayed the part of Nigel's grandma in the fence and the grandma's driveway shoes that we seen earlier this year, which was the Jordan 4 RM
last year.
Oh shit, Jesus,
Crazy.
Yeah. But to that point, then yes, his later shoe that has recently released, the Brick by Brick Just Jordan 4, was being reviewed.
She was talking
yes,
about it?
so she was reviewing it because the vendor who I guess makes the shoe, like replicates the shoe in whatever factory, wherever it came from, they probably pay her to
Cherie Johnson
talk about it.
To talk about it. And this is not the only shoe she has talked about. They sent her multiple shoes.
Sick.
And people are in the comments are like, these are fake. And she's like, you must be new here.
I saw that.
Yeah. I was like, girl, this is not a good look for you. Yeah. Like, no, you shouldn't do this.
That is actually insane. But
it is so
the irony of like her also, who did she play on?
She was
Laura's homegirl.
Yeah.
Laura's homegirl.
Laura's in her freaking bio.
Laura's homegirl. That is so crazy. For Family Matters. She also played on Family Matters. And so did the fake grandma from the whole thing. Full circle moment.
Yeah.
Full circle.
We got the fakes over here, the reals over there.
Yeah. It's just crazy.
That's just very odd and coincidental.
Yeah.
I also think it's still very wild that like the fake content does numbers.
Dude, I was literally
all the fucking time.
Okay, but are we okay? Let's actually talk about. Did we? I don't know if we talked about it last week, because look at what just happened on TikTok with the terrorists and those Chinese manufacturers coming in talking about we can make you a Birkin for
X, Y, and Z.
And then the I don't know what stupid ass community this is. Like, y'all see them making Birkins in China. Like, y'all can't be this fucking stupid, right? Like, y'all can't be this stupid and like actually think like these are in comparison to the actual real bags.
Right.
I actually went into a full fucking detailed video on what makes those Hermes bags like so specific, and the type of stitching that they do is very, very specific and only hand done, and the machines cannot
replicate that.
They can't. Specific stitch. I forgot what
it's almost like a one-of-one type of thing.
It really is, and that's what they were like. The stitching on an Hermes bag is completely fucking different. So if you were to rip a thread, none of it would come undone. But when you have those machine stitches, the minute you rip a thread, the whole thing can fall apart.
Yes,
that's why they said like
true.
On a lot of luxury bags, like you can have the same materials and this and that and like hardwares, but like it's really within the craftsmanship of putting that bag together is what makes it so special.
You guys stumbled across like Love Luxury on TikTok?
No.
It's like a shop in UK that like resells Hermes like bags and stuff. I somehow stumbled upon Hermes TikTok and it's pretty nice being there. Yeah. The second video.
Oh yeah, I've seen these people.
So they just resell it.
They resell them.
They
like
do. I've seen her. Yeah.
People come in and like buy bags and stuff.
Sell
and, like,
bags.
Yeah, you know, they talk about like the prices and this, that, and the other.
Yeah.
But it's all in pounds, so I don't know like the exact like conversion how much it would be like in US.
Right.
But like they were talking about like 9,000 pounds, and I'm like, oh, that doesn't sound too bad.
9,000 pounds.
9,000 pounds. I actually don't know the conversion.
Let's convert 9,000 pounds.
But yeah, it's crazy because like I was talking to to Brendan Dune about this because he replied to the story and he was like, a lot of people. Oh, sorry.
No, you're fine. You can keep going.
Okay. A lot of people hit me up about this when I posted it on my story, actually. A lot of people in the community. And they were talking about how when they speak on fake sneakers, that they get a lot of ridicule for it. And I was like, you don't think we do? I was like, we've had our past moments that we won't go into deep about right at this particular moment. But like we get shit for this too when we talk about like fake shit or whatever. And they were just like, we feel like we can't even like speak on these things on certain platforms because of the hate that comes with it. And I just think that's really ridiculous because at the end of the day, you're literally committing a crime.
Yeah.
You're committing you're stealing. You're stealing.
But this is the thing also with fast fashion, with Shein and Fashion Nova and all these other companies that have normalized stealing, like stealing.
You
what's
talking?
the word? Designs.
Yeah.
Like people don't realize it with Fashion Nova and Shein and all these other brands because it's like, oh, I'm just buying a shirt. I'm just buying this, like dresses, whatever, heels. And it's like, it's not as obvious, but they're literal dupes of what
everything
bigger brands are putting out. Even Zara, like, you know, they're replicating
100%.
like certain Bottega bags or certain things.
Their business is built on it.
Honestly. So it's like, I don't think a lot of people are realizing like how deep it goes within fashion where it's like people are doing dupes, but I know dupes and replicas are completely different.
Because there has to be something so signature that's different to make it.
But it's really crazy because we've just normalized it to that extent, and it was always normalized a little bit throughout fashion.
Yeah.
And I feel like there is always a way to kind of make because I feel like dupe, bootleg, and replicas all fit in different
categories. 100%.
Because bootleg a little bit can have a cool factor.
Yes. I would agree with that.
Robbie, for instance,
I would agree with that.
Who has a lot of really like bootleg designer things. And we were talking about this earlier with Vandy the Pink, that when he first started putting on in like the mid 2010s, he did a lot of like loud bootleg LV pieces that didn't replicate real things, but gave off an LV vibe, and it was kind of cool. And I had pieces. So
Dapper Dan.
Dapper
Dan.
Let's talk about the Met coming up.
Yeah.
Ooh, I'm so excited for
Me too. I
for
can't
all
wait
that.
for
I'm
that
so
photo
excited for the
shoot that Law did with like a bunch of all the black.
I know.
The black. Oh my god!
Because it's the dandy, right?
I think it was the dandy.
Oh my god, it's gonna be so good.
If I'm not mistaken,
Probably.
I think it was with Essence. Yeah. Oh man, I cannot actually, and we'll talk about this next week with Tiana Taylor, but like I can't wait to see what she wears because I love when she's feminine, but she's also masculine. Like girl, so like I love when she like taps into
channel into that energy.
Zendaya wears.
Yes.
Like I'm really.
She always eats.
I'm excited for the Black community who's going to be at the Met to really show up and show out, and I'm going to be really disappointed if these white people don't come through. Like,
or if they appropriate,
or like not even the appropriation, but like I don't need Kim Kardashian coming out of left field with something that ain't even on brand with being a fucking dandy. Bitch, not a do-rag.
We need skim rag. Isn't that what Kendall or Kylie wore one year? Didn't she wear like a do-rag something? I feel like she wore a do-rag of some sort.
I do remember this. I remember this. She did.
Yeah.
She wore a hat. Kylie wore a hat. I don't remember her wearing
it was a do-rag. Didn't it have a train?
Yeah, but it was a hat, like a backwards hat with a train. Okay. I don't remember.
We need our big celebrities to be there too, because we don't get them often anymore.
Yeah,
like our Beyonces and Rihannas and stuff. I would know.
Rihanna didn't go last year,
but she might this year.
I hope so.
I hope she is too.
She's not pregnant.
I would like to see the new girls too. I would love to see Doechii eat them up. I know Doechii could probably
Doechii is gonna kill it.
Come through with something. I know her look would be like amazing.
Yeah.
So I would love to see someone like that. I would like to see a wild card.
Speaking of Doechii,
my sourdough.
Oh yeah, she's baking.
Finally made another loaf.
Another loaf. We're gonna see when I cut her open. I hope I don't fucking sock the wall.
I'm
excited
to try it.
It looks good.
It looks good.
It looks good.
They look good, but
yeah, there are different like tiers of
I think the replica, bootleg, and dupe all live in different
different areas. 100%.
I would say like bootleg. No, maybe like dupe, bootleg. Unauthentic.
A replica is a straight up crime. Yeah. Okay.
Absolutely.
Like someone can do a bootleg and get on, right? Like Vandy the Pink, Dapper Dan, stuff like that.
Cool Kai's.
I was like a dupe. No,
I think it's a bootleg. You know what?
I think it's a bootleg. Kai's lives,
even though
lives
it was
in all three categories, and I think that's what made it weird and fucked up. Is because it was because it was a little bit of a bootleg, but it also was a replica in a sense. But it was also giving like dupe because it wasn't fully replicated.
He really was. He was touching all 3 points,
and that's why it didn't work.
You're right. He didn't know what he wanted to do. Like, he was all over the place because he had his own branding on it, but it was literally a replica of the actual silhouette
of a Jordan 1.
You know what I'm saying? But then it came off bootleg because it had like it didn't have the swoosh. But then it also gave dupe when he would do traditional colorways. Yes, Jordan. Correct.
Ooh.
So he was kind of all over the place with that shit. But look, that nigga made noise though. Like, as much as I do not like him, he made noise. He had them motherfuckers in a chokehold. The black and mild community was in a chokehold with him, okay? Like, girl. And he can sell anything to them, and I'll give him that. Like, he's a business. He knows his community, and he knows who's buying his shit. Granted, it's the same niggas that's wearing the same outfit for 3 days, wearing black. You feel me? But like, you feel me? Like, they're
still wearing skinny jeans.
Yep.
Nasty.
They smell a little bad.
Still wearing.
They might not have brushed their teeth today.
Yep. They on a hustle. I feel them.
They on their hustle, so they don't have time to shower, wipe their ass, or brush their teeth.
That ass. I know niggas like that.
Stop, Janelle.
You don't know them type of niggas that sometimes they might be slanging some stuff. That they'll have on like the nicest outfit. They'll have like a something on from Louis or something, right? For like a week straight. And they done partied in that shit. Went to Noble. They fucking went to went to cookies. They went to cookies. You know what I'm talking about.
And they got a backpack.
Yep.
A backpack.
They went to designer backpack. They went to awful lot of cough syrup. Like that type. You know what I'm talking about right now, okay?
And they're at Barry's at 3 a.m.
Yep, they're at Barry's.
Lobster pizza.
They not only are they smoking cookies, they smoking black and milds too. Both. They do both. Okay. That is cool Kai's consumer. That is cool Kai's consumer. I don't give and you know what?
On the fucking head.
Okay. And you know what? You got that money, bro. Everybody gotta be somebody. Okay. So I'm just a messenger. I call it like I see it.
This is a great welcome back.
Yeah, seriously.
Thanks for making us laugh.
No problem.
This is great.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Well, we'll get into news next week because honestly, not too much has happened anyway.
But we had good conversation on here because we were talking about real shit. We talked about how Nike should be giving more units on certain shit.
Honestly,
we
hope
had good conversation
because even like somebody had said when we had Barlos on and I gave like a whole Air Max Day idea, somebody was like, "Yo, that's a really good." Idea,
comments?
yeah.
Oh, I didn't see that. Okay.
And then even when we were watching the episode, Barlos was like, "I'm taking this
idea." We need cuts, okay, people.
Yeah,
I need all parts of it. But if you made it this far,
thanks.
You got some good insight. Henny's back. She'll be back for the next few episodes.
Yes. Hopefully you had a good laugh.
Yeah, as always.
If you haven't already, make sure you follow us on Instagram, Sneaky Leak Pod. Hit that follow button. Maybe we'll have a subscription soon. Who knows? YouTube, as always, if you're listening to us, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, subscribe. Please,
we will also be going live next week.
Yes.
Oh yeah, not 100%.
Not sure if we'll be able to do it Tuesday, but
we'll probably give something else away.
We
hopefully,
can.
Maybe you can show
up. We our live last week.
Yeah, we gave away
3 pairs of shoes.
Yes,
the
shout out to J Tips
and
Saucony.
The I love you, but I'm busy. And shout out to all of our winners.
Absolutely.
So make sure you watch our episodes because
we were asking questions that you would specifically get from paying attention, watching the episodes, certain things like that. And make sure you check out our lives in the future because we're definitely going to be giving away more stuff when we have the chance. And you never know who's going to pop in.
You never know who's going to pop in. That's definitely true. Love that. And until next week, you guys. See you later.
Bye.